Shootings can happen in an instant. That's because I experienced making a movie firsthand when they used me as a reporter in it. These soldiers go through training like this all of the time, and as a reporter, I decided I need to try it out for myself. Bikers, police officers, and fellow sailors stood next to John Hoagland's family as they took his body off the plane. After an hour recess, the Senate started debating in their chamber. The topic, abortion coverage. They gave me this map to put it all into perspective. They say that this checkered area all through here is concrete. Throughout the special session, we've seen the Senate knocking out bills. But today, the House picked up some steam as they heard 5 bills in their chamber. He gave Tom a Bible verse to keep with him while he was serving. He says that that same verse was with him the day that he died. We saw some people looking over the bridge. They were talking to an officer, so we decided to pull over and ask him what was going on. We have 48 hours left in the special session, and lawmakers are hoping to help the public education system before the bell rings. And as you guys can see now, that lawnmower is in the middle of his driveway. It'll even track me moving real time. And now you can see that the app shows me across the street at the Marriott. And what a touching service it truly was. I know I cried, but there were also some lighter moments too. The special session took a pause to honor former Governor Mark White. Seth, while it took about 4 days in the hospital, Jacob is out and about and doing just fine, especially at night because they say you never know who may be watching. The Special Crimes Unit set up an operation at 2 different hotels last week. But it is clear that people are going to continue to express their opinions as it's happening right behind me. In Austin, Hunter Davis, News Channel 25.
Well, tonight we're getting to hear from a pizza restaurant employee who was pistol whipped during a robbery this week.
We told you Tuesday about the armed robbery at a Little Caesars in Copperas Cove. Now the robbers are still on the loose, and our Hunter Davis talked to 2 employees who were there when it happened.
They walked up to the hallway we were at, and then he looked at us and pointed his gun.
Dylan Redpath, a shift manager at Little Caesars in Copperas Cove, says that moment during a robbery at his store started the night he won't forget.
And I was sweeping when one of the intruders came in and grabbed Gabby. So I tried to grab him, and that's when he pushed my arm away and then pistol whipped me.
That left Redpath with gashes on his ear and his cheek.
And he took us all to the front with the other 2 employees who were working at the time and put us all on our knees with, they had their pistols at our backs.
We just saw them walk in, with their guns pointed at us, put your hands in the air. They started shaking me and grabbing me.
The experience shook this woman up so much, she asked us not to show her face or reveal her last name.
Dylan pushed the other person off of me while the other person just stayed there with his gun to my face.
While Gabby says she wasn't able to think much because it was all happening so fast, Redpath says he remembers exactly what was going through his mind.
I hope I don't get shot, really. I mean, that's the main thing, but so I just handed over the money and hope for the best.
Redpath says while one man watched the employees, another grabbed about $600 from the store and then ran off, leaving Redpath and Gabby shaken but alive.
I feel like I owe my life to him now. It may not seem like it was a lot, but who knows what could have happened if he didn't do anything.
In Copperas Cove, Hunter Davis, Central Texas News Now. These soldiers go through training like this all of the time, and as a reporter, I decided I need to try it out for myself, and clearly, I'm struggling quite a bit. But not these soldiers, they're prepared.
I'm glad I did it, and I had a good time doing it.
While this isn't what I would describe as a good time,
Come on, reporter, get out of here!
it is a necessary time for medics at Fort Hood.
We went through a simulated trauma line with a lot of extra fixings.
In those fixings, finding out what it's really like to help someone in a war zone. Something the instructor of the course, Staff Sergeant Christopher Wader, says is one of the most important things they do.
We do that because nothing's quiet in combat. When there's a combat casualty, there's still an active firefight going on. We try to simulate that here as best we can.
Which is why soldiers are patching up wounds while listening to this.
It just made you really you really had to focus on what you were doing.
Which was caring for
double amputees, airways, burn casualties.
Something Staff Sergeant Waders had to handle himself while under fire.
I pulled 2 service members out of a tank and then recovered a deceased service member as well under enemy ambush.
Which is when he was shot in the shoulder and had to treat himself.
Didn't realize anything was going on until about an hour later when I was actively bleeding from it and started burning when the adrenaline wears off.
A moment he says he will never forget, and one that he keeps in mind as he trains his current medics.
To get ready for combat, we have to train here. So we do train hard on a daily basis to get ready for combat, to try to bring as many home as we can.
On Fort Hood, Hunter Davis, Central Texas News Now.
Officials in Bryan have been really busy with the flooded roadways and even road closures. And as News Channel 25's Hunter Davis reports, first responders had a different kind of rescue today.
Let's go, horse!
A cheer chanted by many today as rescue crews work to save. That's right, you heard it. A horse. Carter Creek in Bryan, Texas is flooding, and the water is continuing to spread, taking many acres with it, including the ones this horse was on.
And I saw the horse in the river, and I was like, okay, well, I want to help whatever I can.
In the way she helped, calling 911, who sent emergency teams to help the horse. But that wasn't the only thing Bailey Goodall and her friend Stephanie Whedon did.
Our daughter called us and she said there's a horse trapped by the bridge, and so we weren't doing anything. He said, let's go and see what we can do.
So Shelly and her husband Mark grabbed a rope and went to the creek. After Mark helped rescuers get the horse out of the water, the Whedon family decided they weren't done helping just yet.
So they're going to bring a trailer and we're going to take her back to our place until the owners are found.
And no, we still don't know who the owners are. We do know that Harvey, a name given to the horse by bystanders, is going to be okay. In Bryan, Hunter Davis, News Channel 25.
This night's been full of surprises, from a Lady Gaga performance to even a video announcement from our president, Donald Trump. The one thing that was not a surprise, though, is that this concert was all about raising money for hurricane relief.
Neighbor, rescuing neighbor.
But this storm has caused a lot of trauma to millions who have lived here. And through it, they will continue to struggle and rebuild their lives.
But that's something former President Bill Clinton says won't be a problem.
Our problems are great, but the heart of America is greater. That's what we're here to celebrate.
And to all those who have been devastated by the recent natural disasters, we say, we've got your back. We are here, and we won't let you down.
And that was shown in full force tonight by the hundreds of people that showed up to the Deep from the Heart Hurricane Relief Concert.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Together we will recover, we will rebuild, and we will come back stronger and better than ever before.
And part of that rebuilding includes raising money to make up for hundreds of billions of dollars worth of damage caused by Hurricanes Irma, Harvey, and Maria. That was done tonight by hundreds of people coming out to see 5 former presidents at the relief concert held at Texas A&M University.
To Presidents Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama, Melania and I want to express our deep gratitude for your tremendous assistance.
And for the effort given by the attendees of tonight's concert.
We love you, Texas!
This message.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
With the support of 80,000 people, One America Appeal has raised roughly $31 million. If you'd like to help contribute to that amount, you can text One America, that's O-N-E America, to 50555. Live in College Station, Hunter Davis.
A Central Texas mother is speaking out after her son died in a motorcycle crash. Michelle Sharma says her son died instantly in that crash about a week and a half ago. Our Hunter Davis joins us now live in the Killeen newsroom. Hunter, you spoke exclusively with that woman.
Seth, Michelle Sharma says her son will be missed by his entire family, including his 6 siblings, his wife, and his 1-year-old son. And she says what she will miss the most is his presence at the big family table.
See, the birthdays are always a big thing in our house.
Something Michelle Sharma says will be the hardest to get through now that her son is gone.
He never missed a celebration, and he would sit right here in the corner. That's the hardest. Is that the spot will never be full.
A spot where her 20-year-old son, Xavier Brandon, used to sit is now empty.
He veered off into the ditch and then ultimately had a collision with the big stone sign out there.
Sharma says her son was riding a motorcycle when he crashed at the intersection of Nolan and Range Road, killing him instantly.
I didn't want to believe it. I actually thought that they were pulling my leg, my husband and, you know, whoever was maybe in on the joke.
But the punchline never came. Her son died on September 23rd, leaving behind only memories.
Memories everywhere around here, like just everywhere. Going out the front door, looking out the backyard. It helps, yeah, helps and hurts at the same time.
A pain that Sharma says only time can heal.
This is Xavier. He always was like really good into taking care of his younger brothers and sisters. That's one of my daughters. He's a very goofy guy.
And for now, she says at the end of the day, she knows her son would want his family, including his wife and his son, to be happy.
He'd say, Mom, make sure you find something that makes you happy. Don't think about me anymore. Be there for Nathaniel, help out Cheyenne, and that's what I think he would want me to do.